Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Thursday, January 14th, 2015. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. Nevis's Deputy Premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley, who is currently in the United States on official duties, took some time yesterday, Tuesday, to speak with a CBS affiliate in the Washington, D.C. area about Nevis's strides in combating climate change. WUSA 9, known for its innovation, has been broadcasting for some 60 years, having begun on January 16, 1949. It serves the Washington, D.C. area.
We are at a point now where we have a commitment from the developers that we should have geothermal energy and be able to offer that to our residents and businesses by 2018. What that would mean, based on our current consumption and based on projected growth and based on the amount of geothermal energy that's available, it will mean that come 2018, Nevis goes entirely green.
Minister Brantley, who used the opportunity to discuss the matter of geothermal development on the island, appeared along with Bruce Cutright, the Chief Technical Officer of Nevis Renewable Energy International.
Geothermal energy is really electrical energy production derived from the normal heat flow from Earth's interior. Nevis is exceptionally blessed because it is a dormant volcano and the core of the island is still very hot. We can extract that heat to generate energy using binary cycle generators, and from that there is no combustion, there's no carbon dioxide generation. It's completely green and completely renewable.
During the short segment, which began at about 9:30 local time, Deputy Premier Brantley showed the historical link between both countries and the continued collaboration.
We have a centuries-old umbilical cord connecting us to the United States. One of your founding fathers and the first Secretary of the United States Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, was born in Nevis. And so we've always had that relationship stretching across the centuries. Now what we're doing with geothermal, of course Bruce is here. He represents an American company. This is a company that we have given a concession to, that we've negotiated a power purchase agreement with. And so they'll be using American technology, American expertise to develop geothermal in Nevis. But also I would like to publicly thank the United States government, because they too have been involved in this process in providing technical support. I believe it's demonstrative of America's continued effort to make the Caribbean and the world a better place, to assist us in terms of what we're doing so that we can become self-sufficient in our energy production, and certainly for America to have, if you will, a success story of sorts in the context of public-private sector partnership in the region for renewable energy projects. It is my hope that Nevis will become the model for other such projects in the Caribbean and Latin America.
Great Day Washington is one of the leading morning shows aired in the metropolitan area. Minister Brantley did 9 similar television interviews yesterday, also reaching audiences in Virginia, Kansas, Florida, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Georgia. Christopher Harbor in St. Kitts and Four Seasons Resort Estates in Nevis are the hosts of the NTL Caribbean Citizenship Summit 2016, which has been held in the Federation. 4 Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS members with citizenship by investment programs are playing host to the Caribbean Citizenship Summit 2016. Antigua and Barbuda, January 11th to 13th, St. Kitts and Nevis, January 13th to 15th, Grenada, January 16th to 18th, and St. Lucia, January 19th to 21st. Yesterday, Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, gave an address on the theme New Improved St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment CBI Program Progress in 2015 and Plans for 2016. A second address under the theme Offshoring Your Online Life, How the Internet Has Been Turned into a Surveillance System, the Problems That Are Developing Now, and How to Protect Yourself from Them, was given by Paul Rosenberg of Kritoff Hippie. CEO of BFI Consulting, Frank Seuss, gave his address on the theme One Trust, a Global Retirement and a Savings Plan. The St. Kitts leg of the summit concluded with a real estate tour at Christopher Harbor. The NTL Caribbean Citizenship Summit 2016 continues in Nevis tomorrow, Friday, January 15th, with several speakers, including Premier the Honorable Vance Amory, who will give an address on investment in Nevis. The Nevis leg of the summit will include a development tour at Cades Beach Resort and a real estate tour at Four Seasons Resort Estates. Meantime, in his address to the NTL Caribbean Citizenship Summit 2016, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris outlined that the CBI program is growing and becoming more competitive, noting that the Federation's CBI program contributes 33% of the revenue of St. Kitts and Nevis. He underscored that while he welcomes healthy competition, there must be a commitment to common and high standards with the programs. He told the summit's delegates that they have a collective responsibility to each other as well as to citizens to run robust and honest programs, which is why he welcomes regular events and interaction such as this. Prime Minister Harris emphasized that they should share data and information and must commit to high common standards, best practices, and due diligence across the Caribbean. Still to come.
On behalf of the University of Virginia, we would like to present you with a first aid and disaster preparedness kit.
The details after this break.
Time is like a flowing river. No water passes beneath your feet twice.
Moments never pass you by again. Here's to the new year
and all the promises and hopes it brings. Hope each day brings you showers of joy and surprises.
May your new year be blessed with peace, love, and joy.
Sending heartfelt wishes with joy that never ends.
May happy times and warm memories brighten your new year.
Counting my blessings and wishing you more. Hope you enjoy the new year in store.
May God bless and protect you for 2016.
So cherish every moment that life gives you.
From all of us here at the Department of Information,
have a wonderful new year!
Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Welcome back. 2 officers of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force are currently in Taiwan attending the 142nd National Development Course organized by the National Defense University's Fu Sing Kang College in the Republic of China, Taiwan. Attending the course are Police Superintendent Terrence James and Inspector Diana Mills. The National Development Course is designed to familiarize senior-level managers from diplomatic partnering countries on the political, economical, educational, cultural, and social development of the Republic of China, Taiwan. The class is discussing the adaptation of policy on the impact of climate change, the social safety networks in Taiwan, educational development, economic security, and the current and future development of international cooperation in Republic of China, Taiwan. Inspector Mills and Superintendent James say they are grateful to be able to visit the Republic of China, Taiwan as members of the leadership of the police service. They join a cadre of St. Kitts and Nevis civil servants and law enforcement officials who have had the opportunity to gain a better understanding of the Republic of China, Taiwan through participation in this and similar courses. Students from the University of Virginia today partnered with the Nevis Disaster Management Department to make donations to 3 of the island's primary schools. Felicia Liebert has the details in this report.
A 34-member delegation comprising of students and faculty members of the University of Virginia earlier today, Thursday, January 14th, visited the Charlestown, Ivor Walters, and Joycelyn Liebert primary schools.
So we've come to St. Kitts and Nevis because it has ties to the university. St. Kitts has ties with Samuel Jefferson. Nevis has ties because of Alexander Hamilton. And because of that, we've chosen this because it also has experienced natural disasters, and it gives our students an environment in which to study and learn. And we've taken the opportunity while we're here to also try to give our students the experience of interacting with the community and providing to give something back. So this year we've chosen the elementary schools, And we've come to 3 elementary schools, and we've prepared first aid kits that we're donating to the elementary schools so that they can have. And our students are doing a small presentation for each of the classrooms to describe some of the contents of the first aid kits, how they're used, and again to review some of the things in disaster preparedness.
Representative of the delegation, Costas Albertis, also outlined some of the activities the group has been engaged in while on the island.
The group's here for 2 weeks. Today is our last day. We're going back tomorrow. But we've been here for 2 weeks doing classes and studying. We went to the hospital in Nevis here yesterday and did a tour there. And we've worked with NEMA, the disaster management folks here. We did some courses and some education there with them.
When asked how the group was received by students, Albertis had this to say.
The students have been very engaged, very excited. When we've interacted with them, they're asking great questions. We actually asked questions about what would they do with the first aid kits, and I was witnessing them answer very appropriately. So they have great education. Even at an early age, they're learning about disaster preparedness and how to deal with some of the things that are in first aid kits. And so they are very excited that we're here. I think with the older group, we're going to talk a little bit about career planning and how important it is. And so hopefully we'll be able to answer some questions from that group on that. On those topics.
Deputy principals of the Charlestown Primary and Ivor Walters Primary Schools expressed their thanks on behalf of the institutions.
On behalf of the principal, staff, and students of the Charlestown Primary School, we say a heartfelt thank you to the students of the University of Virginia for presenting us with this first aid kit. It will be of great use to the school as we do have incidents from time to time. They have donated in the past books and other school supplies, so I say thank you very much on behalf of our principal.
The donations were made possible by the Nevis Disaster Management Department in collaboration with the University of Virginia. This is the 8th time the university has visited the island, bearing donations to schools. Reporting for the Nevis Newscast, I'm Fredicia Liburd.
Thanks, Fredicia. And finally,
let me first start off my response by thanking the Nevis Island administration for all their support. I mean, it's been for years, so I'm greatly happy to accept the support from the Nevis Island administration.
Nevis's most accomplished junior athlete, Adrian Williams. Williams gave those remarks on Tuesday, January 12th, in response to best wishes extended to him by persons who attended his official sending-off ceremony. The ceremony was held one day ahead of Williams' departure yesterday for South Plains College in Lubbock, Texas, where he will be pursuing an associate's degree in physical therapy.
For all my coaches, Corvin Wallace, Denzel Tuckett, Shefton Daniel, Wakely Daniel, and Colin Waters, and also from the sister island St. Kitts, John Heiliger, and everyone else. And if I left out anyone, please, it's not an intentional incident, so don't be mad at me. But thanks for everyone, my friends and my family, for all your support. And your support is not in vain. I will make sure that I go out there and do my best. I would like to thank Afisha Wright, my manager in Trinidad and Tobago, for helping me out with this scholarship. Her work is greatly appreciated.
The ceremony was coordinated by the Ministry of Social Development's Communications Unit, where Williams is employed.
You have been given many opportunities. This is one of the biggest ones that you would have received in terms of your academic career, in terms of your sporting career, in terms of opportunity not only to make it at an academic level, but maybe even to get to the Olympics. We from the communications unit want to wish you all the best and hope that you focus on your studies.
Adrian, who is one of the most committed and dedicated athletes in Nevis, you've been provided with an opportunity to not only continue the development of your athletic abilities, but an important chance for personal development. Remember that Nevis, St. Kitts Nevis on a whole, is looking at you and depending on you to achieve great things. So I'm wishing you all the best on behalf of the minister, the ministry, and the Department of Youth and Sport. and just go out there and make us proud.
Also expressing best wishes and words of advice were President of the Nevis Amateur Athletic Association, Lester Blackett, and Coach Kervin Wallace. Williams has received a full 2-year scholarship, which will cover tuition, books, accommodation, and meals. And that brings us to the end of tonight's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thanks for viewing the newscast this evening. Good night.